All right, so I seen that Gon put out a video on this team being the best team in the PvP meta right now, and I can see it. I used it for my Elite PvP earlier this morning just to kind of get used to the team and everything. It's got a lot of good stuff going on for it. Obviously, this is going to be my showcase for Gowther, but he's a backliner. You need him in the back. You know, obviously it's not going to be super exciting or anything, but if you don't know what he does, for each applicable ally participating in battle, their basic stats increase by 7%, and this is for 4 knights and 7 deadly sins, so hopefully he'll be somewhat good in the future with, you know, potential 4 knights meta. When the hero enters the battle from the secondary slot, 2 debuff effects are removed from applicable allies and their skill ranks are increased. This is good. I feel like it could be better on the 4 Knights team, potentially. I feel like with the Sins team, Melee and Escanor and everybody just hits so hard in general. I don't really think it matters too much what skill ranks you're using right now. But obviously, as the meta progresses and different stats and stuff like that are more prominent, could be, you know, more helpful later on. When applicable allies when applicable allies skill ranks are increased, their max HP increases by 30% for 1 turn. It's pretty nice. When an enemy's skill ranks are increased, their defense related stats are decreased by 30%, which is pretty cool. He has a cool, interesting debuff skill. So on level 1 allows the use of only rank 1 skills, and at level 2 and 3 it only lets them use rank 2 skills, which is pretty cool. Obviously it's a decent way to like shut down some of their card uses and everything. He has a buff card which is removes debuffs and increases defense related stats. I feel like defense related stats isn't like super crazy, but I mean obviously, you know, it'll make them hit less hard. So, I mean, I don't have anything against it. Just don't really see them buffing defense-related stats a whole lot anymore. But, hey, it's kind of cool. He has a Flood Ultimate. I'll be honest, I don't even know that I've watched. Yeah, okay, I did watch the animation for it. It's pretty cool. Either way, we're not going to watch it right now. But let's hop in with this team. It's got some good utility here. I was a little iffy on the fact that he was using Light King on here, but it makes sense because Light King has a taunt turn 1, which means that they can't just immediately target your melee and try to get rid of him. I was debating on whether or not I should move my Tarmia link over to King, because you're going to be able to put his stance on 2 turns in a row, which could potentially be kind of nice. At the very least, unless they just end up killing him turn 1 by, you know, for some reason. But either way, I feel like my game is really quiet. I'm gonna increase the volume a little bit. Hopefully that's not too loud. I'm gonna try to monitor that in post. Either way, we got good card draw on turn 1 with extra melee cards. We got no melee cards for turn 2. I've actually not been seeing people use the LRs that got buffed or anything too much recently, so cool to see that kind of, you know, going off. The double counter's really nice. Realistically though, King's counter doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and melee just ends up wiping them. Best case scenario is they, you know, you hit them with the counter, it puts the failing grade on them, so that way you can petrify them. Unfortunately, we got kind of bad RNG here, so I can't really show you, but the idea that I like to use with the team is if you can get an extra failing grade card, you can double hit melee with it, petrify him, so that way he doesn't have his assault mode on for the next turn, and then wipe him next turn. I'm just gonna use this. Unfortunately, King is kind of low on HP. I'm not going to worry about using assault mode at the moment, because if we put on our stance, we'll get the damage cap. I've been messing around a lot more with trying to sort of play it a little bit better, as far as like, should I use assault mode because they could target my melee right now and they could kill him potentially, or should I not use assault mode, put on my stance, which gives us damage cap and everything. I feel like there's some decently interesting plays that you can kind of do with the character, which is always kind of fun. I'll be honest, I don't think that there's really any reason for me to use anything. I don't need to use assault mode because he's only going to be able to use one card here. He's already got his ultimate in hand. We're about to draw our ultimate. It's unfortunate I didn't get to show you the petrify because that's kind of nice. I completely stumbled upon the King Diane unit petrifying melee as like a really nice way to get around his assault mode, completely by accident in that second video that I made for this, you know, the melee festival. But hey, it's ended up working out pretty good. I have a problem with Escanor being in this slot. I have a hard time targeting the the melees behind the health bar here. But honestly, I'm just gonna throw this to get rid of it, and then let's just move a card because who cares? At this point, we're just stalling him out, trying to get rid of his assault mode stacks. So he was a 2/6, so I don't feel bad about using this ultimate because it's not going to give him a full ultimate move gauge. I mean, he could obviously move cards or merge or something like that to get it, but I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. At this point, yep, he does not have any more assault mode stacks. Melee can't be well, I think he can't be countered when he has his counter active, actually. So I'm gonna do it like this. He does have Tarmio Link on, so I mean there's a potential for it. Wow, never mind. Okay, I forgot. That's the only thing I'm a little confused about. I need to reread his passive. Maybe he doesn't get damage cap after like turn 1, or I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he has the damage cap. Maybe it's only for like the first 3 turns or something. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let me actually read that just to refresh myself. I'll come back when we're in the next match. Okay, so it's actually if there's 2 or more applicable allies on the field, he gets the damage cap while he's got Trillion Revenge on. So that's somewhat nice. We can get rid of melee pretty easily here, so I think I'm going to, because why would I not? Only issue is it's going to give Escanor his buff, but realistically not a huge deal anyway. Surprised that didn't kill, actually, but luckily when you have 3 cards attacking, you don't get countered on the third one, and it's not a huge deal. So now we're in a pretty good spot, and I shouldn't have any real issues here because we got because I can't talk today. Because we got rid of melee turn 1, I don't have to worry about petrifying to get rid of it or anything like that. But that's typically what I go for on because he has damage or debuff immunity turn 1 anyway. It's not like you're gonna really be able to get rid of it regardless. So I think the best play is to just stall, see if you can draw an extra one turn 2, because unfortunately he's immune to counters, and you're not going to be able to get rid of, or like you're not going to be able to put Failing Great on him from countering into him. So that's unfortunate. But if you can get 2 of the King single target cards, you can just use that as your way to put Failing Great on, petrify him. He can't put Assault Mode on, and then you're pretty much chilling at that point. Hopefully he's taken enough damage to where you can get rid of him relatively easy. If you draw melee cards, obviously he can't be countered, so that would be great, but you know, just depends on the situation and everything. But so far, definitely I can see why Gon is calling this best PvP team right now. So we did get the extra card, so that's nice. I may be able to use this. Well, okay, that was unfortunate. I was kind of hoping to see that one. Okay, what do we got going on with this one? The bonds are actually pretty good, so I can't really complain about those. I actually, well, we get the level 2 single target with Escanor. I want to see if I could potentially kill here, but Tarmio Link is a problem, so I don't actually know if this is going to be doable or not. Looks doable. Nice. Okay, can't complain there. Unfortunately, I'm not playing for the king, but I didn't have the extra one in hand, so I needed to kind of use the cards to merge anyway, and we still didn't draw one, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, that's fine. All right, so unfortunately. Well, I can just use the Escanor card. I was going to say, unfortunately, I can't use the AoE because it'll probably kill Bon, and then it'll put flames on Escanor, but we should be able to just do single targets and stuff into it and get rid of him relatively easy. So, shouldn't be a big deal. Plus, he has the 50% all stat minus. Yeah, I kind of figured that was coming. That's okay. Sorry about that, my friend. All right, 270 KCC is pretty good. I'm gonna risk it. I don't actually care that much if we end up losing. I'm gonna try to go for the kill on... Ooh, should I kill Deanne? No, I should probably kill Escanor, just so that way I don't have to worry about him. Potentially we have some odds. We're gonna get countered on Escanor here, actually. This might be a problem. But, to be honest, Escanor's not really, like, I don't know. I don't care if Escanor dies, to be honest with you. Like, he's... I was hoping we'd get the double hit on Deanne there and maybe kill, but I don't know if that was actually possible. We did not get the King card. That's unfortunate. I feel like while I'm trying to showcase this, it's not going very well. I hate that that doesn't put Failing Grade on him. I really wish it did, but it would maybe be a little too powerful at that point if it did. She's dead now because Melly... yeah, we're kind of just chilling at this point. I don't think there's really a reason for us to put the counter on because we're going to end up killing Gowther here and it's not going to be an issue. I could put the damage cap on King so he doesn't die. And then we'll just get rid of Gowther, do some damage. Hopefully we get another King cards. That way we can try to petrify him out of being able to use... Like, that's the thing, is like with melee, if he's 6/6, you get 3 assault mode charges, and more than likely you're gonna get your ultimate. Okay, nice. I was about to say that was gonna be very unfortunate. Nice. So he can't kill us because of the damage cap that he has. And then yeah, at this point, he has the whatchamacallit, the Lincoln or the Tarmiel. So. I guess let's use the Escanor card just to get some damage on, so that way we get him lower, because why not? And then we shouldn't have any issues killing after that. The it doesn't matter. The Grace literally gets him right back up to full because you do so much damage against the melee. So at this point, we petrify him with really little HP. We disable the King, but that's literally all he's here for. After turn 1 is like, you have the taunt turn 1, they can't get to your melee. Turn 2, hopefully you can petrify. And then at this point, it's all GG's. So that's how the team works. Unfortunate that it took me 14 minutes to show that to you, just because of the way that these games have been going. But, you know, it is what it is. We got one more game before we hit Champ 1. I've already went ahead and hit Challenger. I don't really have anything else that I'm really wanting to mess with. I had some people talk about the fact that once I swapped to Tristan, Tristan's passive was helping a lot in the Estarossa video. I don't think I'm going to revisit that right now, and who knows if I'll ever get really back around to it. But I think from what I've been seeing leak-wise and rumor-wise, we may end up seeing... the next banner that comes out is supposed to be, I think, a step-up banner for the Chandler that got leaked, like at the very beginning of the festival. And then the week after that is going to be a collab for some collab that I've never even heard of. Let me see. What was the name of this collab? It's called... Gachi Yakuta. And the characters are Rudo, Injin, Zonka, and Ryu, or Rio, I'm not 100%. But it is a 4-person collab if the leaks are correct, so that could be kind of cool. I have, like I said, I have no reference for the anime that or the collab at all, because I don't think I've ever heard of the, you know, whatever this is. So unfortunately, I don't have a way to... I don't have a way to get rid of Escanor this turn without killing Gowther, so it's a bit unfortunate. I guess we'll just do this anyway, because whatever. May have been better to get rid of some of the other characters' cards instead, but oh well, we refreshed the flames. Worst comes to worst, he'll attack into me, put Failing Grade on. I can petrify him if I need to, but we pull Escobar cards, so we should be chilling. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the team's good. Don't get me wrong. I have no issues with it. So I don't know why you would get me wrong. I haven't said anything bad about it. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely. I don't want to say definitely. It is a contender for best meta team. I feel like the Estarossa team was also pretty good once I kind of messed around with it and got Tristan going. I almost want to try, if people were running this team more, I would like to try a counter with it with the demons, but I don't think people have caught on to this yet. At least like the vast majority of the players. So I don't see it very often. I've seen it, I think I've seen it in geared PvP. Maybe I played one mirror match against it this morning. But other than that, I don't know that many people know about the team just yet, but who knows, maybe my video will help get some eyes on it, but I don't know. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the festival. It's almost over, but yeah, I'm actually excited to see what the collab holds. I'm interested to see how that's going to shift the meta. I feel like more recent collabs have had like one unit that's really, really good at changing like the meta team, which will be, I think, pretty good right now considering everything is melee. I was seeing a couple of fairy teams a little bit at the beginning of the festival. I've seen a lot less as the festival goes on, and I have noticed when I play Brawl, surprisingly, which Brawl is very inconsistent and not very indicative of what players are going to do, the fairy team actually beats the demon team or the melee team pretty often. So I don't know, maybe there's something that I'm missing there and the fairy team is still good and I'm just not playing it correctly on my end. But either way, meta shift would be nice. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know everybody's probably spent every gem they have on the melee, but hopefully you guys can start saving up if you don't already have some still saved, and we can get some collab characters. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.